Hey guys, John Boston. You know, I like my toys. I got them here, the Yamaha MT-09. Supposed to save me a bunch of gas in the Camaro, which sucks a lot of gas. And yeah, so I had the Husky. If you watch my other videos, my Husqvarna 701 Supermoto, it got stolen right out of my carport, even though it was blocked in with the car and everybody else's cars up against a block wall. Yeah, just gone. So I've ordered a Scorpio alarm system. Comes with all these bits. It's got instruction book. It's got a key fob thing that arms and disarms the alarm automatically. It's got wiring. It's got stuff. I ordered this as an extra. Like, the key fob comes with you know, screen and all kinds of stuff, but this will arm and disarm the thing all by itself. So I'm just going to take this off of here, put that on my key, just have this in the motorcycle key, so I don't have a bunch of crap in my pocket. You know, this thing's cool, but I've already got my Camaro key fob, my house keys, all my other stuff. That's just too much stuff to carry around in your pocket all the time. And another neat feature is this one has a no splice connector kit for a lot of brands, and it's got it for Yamaha MT-09. So this was like an extra 30 bucks or whatever, but I'm thinking it'll be worth it. And so yeah, we're going to install this and see how it goes. So hopefully the next one won't disappear. Also, this key fob here, when the alarm goes off, anytime anybody moves your motorcycle, this will go off too. So I can leave this like next to my nightstand while I'm sleeping, and it'll wake me up even if I don't hear the alarm on the motorcycle. Okay guys, here it is all taken out a little more out of the packaging. And before I get started, I'm going to use this. Dielectric grease is like the miracle stuff. If you haven't ever used this, you need a tube of this. Anytime you're getting into any of the electrical connectors, all these connectors, on your motorcycle, on your car, on anything, put some dielectric grease in there, and it prevents corrosion. You'll never have electrical problems. You know, old wiped out wiring, yeah, never happened with this stuff. Make sure you get some of this anytime you're working on electrical connections. Okay, and these connections here, the motorcycle specific ones, those are where it gets the switched 12 volt power. So that's why we're doing that part. And this thing here that I couldn't figure out what those go to, these are optional accessories like the perimeter alarm or the start disable setup, so that it won't start when the key's not near it. We're not going to hook up either one of those, so it says to use the provided plug to cover this. Well, there's no provided plug, so we'll just leave these connected like that and, you know, just dangle them somewhere. Or if they get in the way, I could just unplug it and leave the thing empty. Who cares about a plug if we're not going to use those accessories anyway? So yeah, now I'm just going to tuck all this in and wired up to the hot, and it says to put it just straight to the terminals, hot and negative. It doesn't say to ground it somewhere else. It says put it right on the battery. We're going to hook all that up and see what happens. Oh, and this is the antenna that sends the signal to the key fob, I guess, if somebody sets off the alarm. It says to, if possible, to route this not against metal. Well, you know, it's a motorcycle. This is a frame. This is a gas tank. This is a frame. There's metal in the battery. There's metal in these fuses. I mean, there's metal right there. Yeah, I'm going to route it away from metal. Yeah, good luck. Maybe I'll put it in the little bread box holder thing here. We'll see how that goes. And see if we can tidy it up a little bit and then plug it in, see if it works. So, after much difficulty, I've got the the hot and the negative hooked up. I have most of the wires kind of tucked out of the way, kind of mostly. And it says when you plug in the harness, I got rid of the accessory thing because there's just too much wires and junk under here anyway. I don't need it, I'm not using it. It says when you plug this in, it should chirp 2 times. So we will find out if it's going to chirp. I hope it doesn't set off the alarm and I can't fix it. That'll be a real downer. So let's see. Hey, it chirped twice. It makes it sound like it's working. So now we just have to fit this in here. Whoa, okay. I think I pushed the button. I think that was the problem there. Whoa, okay. Jesus. Alright. It's because... Alright. Woo! That was a downer. I think it's because I didn't have the stupid key thing right next to it, and every time I move it, every time I move this, it's thinking that somebody's moving the bike and stealing it. So yeah, I should have had this in my pocket or something. That would have been a really good idea. Okay, we've got it pretty much mounted in there. The antenna that goes to the remote, the first part of it is just wire, and then the last 6 inches is antenna. It's from here to here. So I've just got that kind of floating out in this plastic area here, because it says to mount it away from metal. Well, you know, everything's metal under here. So I'm doing the best I can with that. This thing's velcroed to the side of there. I tried to get it to sit lower, better in there, but because these wires coming out the side here, it wasn't going to go any lower, and so I just have all the rest of the harness just kind of stuffed under there. And this thing is the thing that picks up the signal from the remote to enable and disable it. And you know, I kind of have it just routed along there under that strap. And it says to put that as close to the remote as you can. Well, the remote's hooked to the key, and the key's way the heck up in the front of the bike, in front of the handlebars even. And it says it only works for 2 to 3 feet. Well, that's a good 2.5 feet to there. So we'll see if that works. And if not, you know, it only gives you this much wire. So, you know, what are you going to do? I guess there's only 2 wires there. I could cut into this and splice in longer wires if I needed to and mount it way up front in the steering head. And so far, it seems like it works. Only a few times the key remote thing has been near it, like right here next to the thing, and if you jack this around enough, it'll go off. But it's not as sensitive, I guess. I don't know. See, like that. You know, this thing's right here. So, you know, I don't know. So we're going to see how that all goes, because it's going to really suck if it's going off the whole time I'm riding down the road. So yeah, there it is. These are all installed. They're kind of tucked along here, along there. It's all wrapped up into there, stuff back here. You know, that's about as clean and neat as I can get it. I just zip tied that antenna wire to here, and it's just floating in the plastic, and that seems to be installed. And so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I'm sure the neighbors are sick of me by now, but I'm going to remove the remote part of it that enables and disables the alarm, and shake the bike, see if it goes off. Well, oh yeah, it goes off. There we go. Cool. Alright, right there. Thank you. Thank you. Cool. And the little remote thing was going off too. Cool. It all worked. As long as it doesn't go off while I'm riding, I'm going to call that a success. So, thanks for watching, guys. And